Your Honor, this appears to be a partially agreed order. The state is requesting to read into the record what has been agreed to by the parties. The parties agreed to a trial amendment to correct the child's date of birth from April 9th, 2024 to April 9th, 2021. The parties agreed for the non-custodial parent to be established as the child's biological father. The parties agreed to sole managing conservatorship with the custodial parent to designate the primary residence within Dallas and, with no geographical restriction, as the non-custodial parent currently lives in Alabama. The parties agree for the father to pay $79 towards state medical. And the parties agree that there is no request for retroactive medical support or dental support. And the parties agree that there's been no family violence and there's no request for non-disclosure. These are the only agreements at this time. So at this time, Your Honor, the state would like to call the mother. Ma'am, can I get you to state your name for the record?
Amber Carr.
And ma'am, did you hear what I read into the record as the agreements of the parties?
Yes, sir.
And are you still currently in agreement with those terms only?
Yes, sir.
And as it relates to the agreements, are you requesting that the court accept those agreements and make them part of the order today?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Yes. Are you requesting that the court accepts those agreements and make them part of the order today?
Yes, sir.
All right. And as it relates to the father here in this matter, do you know if he's currently employed?
I don't believe so.
All right. Do you know if the father has any additional children other than the child here in this matter?
Yes, sir. He has another child. Also, from my understanding, his parents are actually the legal guardians of that child, from what I was told.
The state has used the reported VA disability of $1,759.19 for the calculation of support today, and would request that the father pays child support in the amount of $299. Are you in agreement to that amount?
Yes, sir.
All right. And are you requesting retroactive child support?
Yes, sir.
And the state has calculated retroactive support for 48 months based off of the, just one second, based off of the $299 child support. The state will request a judgment in the amount of $14,352. Are you in agreement to that amount?
Yes, sir.
And just to confirm, had the father provided you with any support during the past 4 years?
Yes, he has.
About how much money has he provided you for support of the child?
I would say the last few months it has been he sent about $400. But before that, there were times where my son and I were in homeless shelters and we struggled often and we didn't hear from him all the time. So
Ms. Carr, could you give me a dollar amount over the past 4 years that the father has given you to support the child?
would you mind if I use my calculator really quickly so I can give you a exact number?
Sure.
Let me see. I would say maybe $3,000-$4,000.
And given credit for $4,000, the state would request a judgment in the amount of $10,352, to which the state will request that the father pays that at $110 per month. Are you in agreement to that amount?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you have, and as it relates to the visitation, does the father currently have any visitation with the child here in this matter?
No, he doesn't.
All right. And you are requesting that the father has a phase-in visitation schedule, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And with that phased-in visitation schedule, are you requesting that the father has 1 weekend per month for Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. for 3 months as it relates to the visitation? And then followed by 1 weekend per month, Saturday at 10 a.m. to Sunday at 5 p.m. for 3 months. Then we go into the standard possession order.
Yes, yes, sir.
All right. And and you are in agreement that after the 3 months of the visitation, followed by the following 3 months of visitation, that we go into the standard possession order, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And there'll be a standard possession order for parties residing over 100 miles away.
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you have any additional information that you'd like to offer to the court at this time?
Not currently.
All right. Nothing further from this party, Your Honor. At this time, Your Honor, the state would like to call the father in this matter. Sir, can I get you to state your name for the record?
Jake Mcnair.
And Mr. Mcnair, did you hear what I previously read into the record that was agreed to by the parties?
Yes.
And only addressing those agreements, sir, are you still currently in agreement with those terms only?
Not all of them.
All right. What did you previously agree to that you don't agree to now, sir?
Oh, previously, yes, I agreed to all the terms that I discussed with the one before you. Yes.
So I'm going to ask that question again, sir. The state has previously read into the record the agreements of the parties. Are you still currently in agreement with those terms only?
Yes.
Are you requesting that the court accept those agreements and make them the order of the court?
Yes.
As it relates to the contested issues, you are not currently employed, is that correct?
Correct.
Are you receiving a disability payment, sir?
Yes.
And is that at or about $1,759.19 per month?
That is correct.
And sir, do you have any additional biological children other than the child here in this matter?
Just one.
And does that child currently live with you?
Yes.
That child lives with you, sir?
Yes.
All right, and just one second. Based off of the previously provided income, if given credit for the one additional child, the state will request that child support be set at $262 per month. Are you in agreement to that amount, sir?
Yes.
And as it relates to retroactive support, the party has requested retroactive support for 48 months. If child support is to be set at $262 with no additional credits, the state has calculated retroactive child support in the amount of $12,576. Are you in agreement to a judgment in that amount, sir?
No.
And is there any specific reason why you don't agree to the retroactive support for 48 months?
Because I've been sending child support longer than 48 months.
How much money, if any, or would you state that you've given the mother over the past 48 months, sir?
I would have to say, just looking at my Cash App, it's like 16,000, but some of those monies wasn't all for the child, so I would say maybe 10,000, 12,000, something around there. I would say 12,000.
And did you calculate that today, sir? Or are you just
I'm sorry,
making
say
that?
again?
So did you calculate that, sir, by looking at your Cash App to determine what payments were sent to the mother within the past 48 months?
Yes, yes. I
And what's
could
the exact number, sir?
send you records if I have to.
All right, and did you provide that to the court prior to today, sir?
No.
And again, the exact figure that you have from the Cash App is exactly $12,000 that you've given the mother over the past 48 months.
I don't know the exact number. I don't have that information. I would have to go and calculate it, but
So just
it's on the Cash App. It's $16,000 that I've given her for the past since I've been knowing her, pretty much since we've been in a relationship. But like for child support, I've been giving her anywhere from $400 to $500 a month, and I've been doing that for a while. It's been a while.
right.
So
As it relates to
I know
the
at least for child support, she's gotten at least $12,000 from me.
All right, thank you, sir. As it relates to the visitation, sir, are you requesting that you be given a standard possession order for a visitation with the child for parties residing over 100 miles away from each other?
Yes, yes, yes. I agree. I agree to that. That's
All
fine.
right. Do you have any additional information that you'd like to offer to the court at this time?
No, sir.
All right, Your Honor, the state will request to recall the party, Ms. Carr, for additional information.
Go ahead.
All right, Ms. Carr, did you hear the party previously testify that he's given you cash out payments totaling about $12,000?
Yes, I heard him.
All right, and is that true and correct, that he's given about $12,000 for the support of the child over the past 48 months?
For the child, I wouldn't agree to that amount. We have been together for years. So after my child was born, not only was he absent, there were times where I wasn't hearing from him, but I can say within the last almost 2 years, he has been more consistent with giving me money when I ask him.
So how much money would you say that he's giving you directly for the support of the child over the past 4 years? Would that still be the $4,000?
It could probably be more. It could probably be more. I don't want to lie, but I haven't been through my Cash App. I just going off the times and when he was consistent and when he was not. So I would probably, fairly, maybe it could be 4, maybe it could be 5 or 6, but I don't think that 12 is the correct amount of money that he's giving me for my child.
All right, nothing further from this party owner.
All right, entering an order, establishing paternity, sole managing conservatorship, no geographic restriction, medical support set at $79, government medical, no family violence, child support is $262. I'm entering a judgment of retroactive support, giving a credit for $6,000, pay at a judgment of $7,000 even. To be paid at $80 a month. I don't think we would be here today if you were paying your money regularly. So that I don't think you pay $12,000, $16,000. It doesn't make sense. So you owe $7,000. Need to pay that at $80 a month. It's going to be very difficult to do visitation if you're living in Alabama. So then we're doing the phase-in visits here to start off with. Y'all can also agree to something different on visitation. That would help. I mean, obviously it's going to be difficult to do visitation being so far away. But if you're not here in Texas, then it's going to be pretty difficult. So can't do much more than that. You're not visiting regularly, so you need to visit more regularly as best you can. So I think the phase-in visits are okay. And then once you complete those, then you can have the weekend visitation and the longer summer visitation as well, which could help so that you can go back to your home in Alabama during your summer visits. But you need to complete the phase-in visits first. Court calls bill to Mr. Mcnair. The Attorney General's office will draft an order, email you both a copy. Y'all are done with court. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
Thank you, Honor.